My name is Brady Moore, and I'll be covering Case Study 2 for Multimedia Ethics. Now, Case Study 2 basically deals with whether or not someone should publish an app that uses publicly mined data. And this has to specifically do with social media websites such as Facebook and Foursquare. Now, the app that you're using, or we're asked to construct, has to deal with basically whether or not companies can use some sort of map tracking device to see whether employees or future employees are out doing things that would make their business look bad. And now this app will use publicly mined data through social networks, and it's designed for employers to use, but could also have some potentially bad consequences. Most specifically, consequences like this app called Girls Around Me. The Girls Around Me app used similar tactics in terms of figuring out geological locations of people. However, that app had extremely sexual visual imagery and was used to identify hotspots for parties, but also allowed its users to basically see where a bunch of girls were, and therefore they could essentially creep or stalk them. Now, when coming to an ethical decision, one must use the Potter's box to decide whether or not you should publish the app. And there's multiple different systems for multiple different situations. In this particular instance, we're going to start with the definition, which is quadrant 1 of the Potter's box. And that basically just says, what are the facts? Well, we're developing an app, and this app is going to be used for this reason. Now, quadrant 2 has to do with values, and in this particular case, quadrant 2's values that were most important to me was the public's right to know and impact. Now, those two aspects of it clearly have a huge part because of how it affects its users. Quadrant 3 is where we decide our ethical principle, in which I chose quantitative utilitarianism. And quadrant 4 is your loyalties. I came to the conclusion to not just be loyal to myself, but to all the people who backed me, such as my stakeholders and anyone who funded my project. And overall, I just feel like when people sign up for a free app to use, it doesn't have to specifically cater to their specific needs, because nothing is ever going to be perfect. Nothing is ever going to meet everyone's needs. And so if for some reason the app is taken out of context and used for the wrong reasons, then I would consider pulling it. But I don't think there should be any hesitation to publish an app like this in a free market.